The movie opens up showing you a research center. A girl is seen there whose name was Elizabeth. It was her first day at this research center. She was a nurse by a profession and is introduced to Dr. West. Dr. West shows Elizabeth the whole research center. Welcome to Movieland. Appreciate our efforts by subscribing and turning on the notifications, please. It means us a lot. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy. Dr. West tells her, our first subject is not in his senses yet. He will be revived in the coming 24 hours. You will have to care for him from every perspective and have to make sure to please him by all means. So Elizabeth agrees with all the given instructions by Dr. West. Then the scene shifts to the past. A guy Mark is seen in the past where his doctor informs him that he is suffering from cancer and he is at the last stage. Now he has only 1 year for his survival. Hearing this, Mark is very shocked. Mark is seen who was standing on the road with his parked car. Then his friend comes there who had known about his condition recently. She says to him while embracing him, she will not be able to live without him. So she arranges a dinner party with all of his friends to please Mark. In the next scene we see that he shows an article to all of his friends written 7 years ago. He shows that some scientists had created a bio-artificial heart. It was written in that article that they will perform the next experiment on human beings, through which human organs can be created. Now Mark has to live longer now. So he decides that he will move to the frozen cryostasis after selling all his property. After this, he will wake up in the future. So future scientists may revive him. They will be able to revive him again with the help of technology, which will be more advanced in the future time. On the other side, Naomi is not satisfied with the decision of Mark at all. She wanted Mark may continue his treatment by the doctor. Mark tells on this, my father also suffered from cancer. He was also under the treatment by the doctor. Despite this, he did not survive. And I don't want to die like him. One of his friends says this, a doctor can also pass you through this process after your death. Now Mark had also thought an idea about this. He says he will kill himself. Due to which, doctors will get the right legally to put his body in cryostasis. Then it is shown in the future again, where Dr. West is creating the human body through his technology. After this time, when Dr. West had created a man with his technology, his eyes are seen opening in the next process. It is revealed here that this man is not anyone else but it's Mark, whom doctors have transferred him into a new body from the old one while regenerating his cells to resurrect him. In the same way, a cord is stuck with a newborn baby. Now there was also cord-like baby on the abdomen of Mark, through which the food may be supplied to Mark. If this cord-like pipe separated from his body, then it will be hard for him to survive. Afterwards, Mark is given a device by the doctors, so he may restore his memories in this, as Mark was that human who had been revived. In the next scene we see Nurse Elizabeth again. She has to take care of Mark for 100 days. Mark has to stay in a single room for 100 days. We see that days started to pass and Mark's condition was improving. But he started feeling very lonely and depressed. Now he was missing his past life. The time that he passed with Naomi. The time of his enjoyment and the parties with his friends. Mark had thought about his future and that his life will be so best, but nothing was happening as such in his future. Time passes gradually. His 100 days are completed. And Dr. West brings his all team to Mark to celebrate this happiness. He is given an old box where his old belongings had been put. Now Mark was recalling his all old memories, glimpsing them. He gives one letter to Elizabeth to read. She reads it for him where it was written by Naomi. She is in deep love with him. Mark was in his sleep but Naomi's condition is gone worse without him. When Naomi reached the age of his 50s, then she also decided to freeze her body in cryostasis, through which she wanted to restart her life with Mark. He becomes so sad, hearing the letter statements in Naomi's letter. He thinks, how selfish he had been. Now he requests the doctor to move him where Naomi's body had been placed. He asks the doctor to revive Naomi like before, as he had been revived. But doctors can't do that anymore, because her body has weakened a lot. Hearing this, Mark started blaming himself for her condition. He is more saddened. And his condition becomes worse. Now all the doctors there were observing the altering behavior of Mark. Elizabeth suggests to the doctors, they should allow Mark to leave the research center. He may forget Naomi, observing the outside world, and may get out of the memories of Naomi. But Elizabeth was also attracted to Mark in some way. And she was caring for him too much. One day, Mark steals the key to Dr. West's room keys after his departure. Moving to his room, he discovers Dr. West's mind-reading device. When he sticks his device with him, he begins to see Dr. West's old memories and all his conducted experiments in his life. And it is revealed to Mark here that Dr. West had conducted many experiments on people before. But all the experiments failed. Dr. West had revived the humans. But there was much feebleness in their bodies, due to which most of them died. Fortunately, the experiment conducted on Mark got successful. Mark comes to meet Dr. West. And he says to him, "You are responsible for the deaths of all subjects." Dr. West confesses all his mistakes. Mark again moves to the cryostasis chamber of Naomi after a time. Elizabeth also approaches there. Mark tells her about his old memories. How he had taken his life before going to cryostasis. And he had taken the poison. He further tells her, he had never thought of his future life like this. And the life that he has been awarded is unique from his previous life. Now he asks for help from Elizabeth, so he may get rid of this pain after taking his life. Elizabeth calms him down and explains to him that everything will be alright again. When Mark comes back to his room, she sees her and they hug each other. While hugging, she tells him the name of that medication. Taking this, he will have an easeful death. Now Mark goes to the laboratory of the Research Institute. And he begins to search for the told medicine of Elizabeth. He sees his flashback as he is going to take that poisonous medicine, where he had also ended his life after taking the poison. He takes that bottle and comes to the cryostasis chamber of Naomi again. He takes that poisonous medicine, recalling all his memories. He also disconnects the connection of the cryostasis chamber. So Naomi will be there part of these futile experiments if she is revived. Now he was waiting for his death, sitting at that place. In the end scene we see that all doctors were standing next to Mark when he opens his eyes. Dr. West tells him, "You had not lost your life to the disease of cancer. You lost because you took your own life by taking the poison." He explains him that don't spoil your second life now. Scientific technology had provided you one more chance to live. And you cannot waste this chance. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.